Everyone in the neighborhood knew Mr. Daniel as a good man. He greeted people politely, paid his bills on time, never cheated anyone, and always promised to help, just not immediately. Later, he would say with a gentle smile. Not now, but later. Later became his favorite word. When his wife, Amora, asked him to sit and talk after work, he would say, later, I'm tired. When his son asked him to watch him play football, he replied, later, I have deadlines. When his aging mother called just to hear his voice, he promised, later, Mama, I'll call back. And later always seemed reasonable. Daniel believed he was doing the right thing. He worked hard. He provided. He planned for the future. He told himself, I'm building something important. They'll understand. But life does not always wait for understanding. One rainy evening, Daniel came home exhausted. His wife had prepared dinner, but he barely touched it. You didn't eat, Amora said softly. I will later, he replied, already reaching for his phone. She watched him for a moment, then quietly cleared the plates. She had learned not to argue. Silence had become safer than disappointment. That night, Daniel slept deeply. The next morning, the house was unusually quiet. No sound of breakfast cooking. No laughter from his son. No movement. Amora, he called. No answer. He checked the bedroom. Empty. Then his phone rang. It was his neighbor. Daniel, your wife collapsed this morning. She's at the hospital. Daniel drove like a man chasing time itself. At the hospital, the doctor spoke gently, but the words felt heavy. We did everything we could. Daniel didn't hear the rest. His mind replayed moments instead, times he had postponed conversations, affection, presence. Later, 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 but later never came. The days after were blurred by grief. His son became quiet. His laughter disappeared. He stopped asking Daniel for anything. One evening, Daniel found a notebook under Amora's pillow. It was her journal. Inside were simple entries. I know Daniel loves us. I just wish he would be here. I don't need much. I just want his time. Maybe tomorrow he'll notice. Daniel wept like a child. For the first time, he understood something painful. You can be a good person and still fail the people you love by postponing them. Weeks later, Daniel's phone rang. It was his mother's number. He stared at it. For the first time in his life, he didn't say later. He answered immediately. Mama, he said, his voice breaking. She sighed in relief. I just wanted to hear your voice. Daniel closed his eyes. I'm here now, he said. From that day on, Daniel changed, not loudly, not dramatically, but intentionally. He ate dinner with his son. He listened. He showed up. When his son asked questions, he answered. When his mother called, he stayed on the line. When people needed him, he gave them presents, not promises. He still worked. He still planned. But he no longer postponed love. Years later, Daniel stood at a small gathering, speaking to young professionals. He shared his story quietly. Then he said something that stayed with everyone in the room. Life doesn't punish us for doing bad things most of the time. It hurts us for delaying the good ones. He paused. If you love someone, don't schedule them for later. Later is not guaranteed. Moral of the story: time is not just money. It is love, presence, and opportunity. What you keep postponing may be the very thing you will one day miss the most. Do not wait to be available to the people who matter. Love spoken later is often love spoken too late.